3 days ago, something broke the internet. 4 sentences and one fire emoji that made everyone stop and think about power, boundaries, who deserves to be in your circle. Damson Idris posted, "Blocking people is so poof. Now you don't exist, lol." That's it. No explanation, no target, no drama, just a statement about the block button. This broke the internet in a way most celebrity controversies can't. Because this isn't random shade. This is someone who understands something fundamental about building a life, about protecting your space, about choosing yourself. You need to understand who we're talking about. Damson Idris isn't some fresh-faced actor posting random thoughts. He spent years thinking about these exact things. He's built something real. September 2nd, 1991, Peckham, London. Damson Idris was born. Everyone calls him Damson, British Nigerian. His childhood wasn't glamorous. Small family home, youngest of 6 children, in London's grittier neighborhoods. A kid who dreamed of being a footballer decided he wanted to act instead. He trained at the Identity School of Acting, same place that shaped John Boyega, same place that produced Letitia Wright. His school had proven it could build world-class talent. He did theater work, he did stage productions, he went through the typical British actor grind, small television roles, London theater, just putting in work day after day, year after year. Nothing glamorous, just hustle, just showing up. Then 2017 happened. John Singleton cast him in a show that would change his entire life. FX's Snowfall. Suddenly, Damson Idris was Franklin Saint, and the world stopped moving. This character was genius. 1983, South Central Los Angeles. The crack epidemic is about to explode. Franklin is this young, ambitious, street-smart entrepreneur who's educated in an upper-class neighborhood but determined to get into the drug game to take care of the people around him. That's the basic setup. But the way Damson played this character over 6 entire seasons was something else. He showed the gradual transformation of a young man. Episode 1, Franklin thinks he can handle everything. By season 6, he's ruthless. He's ambitious. He's completely unburdened by hesitation. Every single episode required him to show the psychological shift happening in real time. This wasn't a role where he could phone it in or just show up and collect a paycheck. Every moment mattered. Every scene required depth and intention. Critics noticed immediately. Audiences became completely obsessed. By the time Snowfall ended in 2023, Damson Idris wasn't just a British actor anymore. He was a cultural phenomenon. He won the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actor in a Drama Series in 2024. That's the level of recognition we're talking about. Not, oh, that guy was in something. No, he was a cultural phenomenon. People knew his name. People knew his face. People knew his work. But here's what matters for understanding this block button post. He was thinking about creating opportunities. He wasn't just taking roles. He was building something intentional. After Snowfall wrapped up, most actors would take a breath. Most would relax for a minute. Damson didn't. He moved faster. Netflix experiments, Black Mirror, Swarm, anthology series where he could show different dimensions of his craft. And then 2025 hit, and he landed a role opposite Brad Pitt in Apple's F1 movie. Joshua Pierce, a rookie Formula One driver mentored by Brad Pitt's character. Think about that casting decision for a second. They didn't pick him because he was Blee. Didn't pick him because he was available or because he was the cheapest option. They picked him because he's elite-level talent. They picked him because he deserved to be there. While all that's happening, he's also building empires outside of acting. Idris, a fine jewelry line inspired by his mother. He's a Prada brand ambassador. He's a Red UCAT or partnering with Bono's organization to fight serious health conditions. The most important move? He started his own production company with FX Networks. The goal is simple but profound. Create opportunities for emerging talent, for people who look like him, for artists from neighborhoods like Peckham, for people who don't have connections and don't have access, but have talent and determination. This is the context. This is who we're talking about. So when Damson Idris posts about blocking people, he's not some random celebrity throwing shade or being dramatic. He's someone who's spent years thinking about who deserves access to his energy, who deserves to be part of his story, who deserves to benefit from his focus. And this isn't the first time he said this either. Go back to October last year. Damson posted something to his younger followers. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, "The negative things you say online today can burn bridges you haven't even arrived at yet. Do not be a victim of this. Walk with class and focus on your dream." That's someone who understands that you're building something important every single day. Every interaction matters. Every relationship matters. Every decision about who gets access to your space matters. Your words matter. Your choices matter. Your boundaries matter, because they're not just about today. They're about who you become. They're about the opportunities you create or destroy. They're about the future you're building right now. So when he says, "The negative things you say online today can burn bridges you haven't even arrived at yet," he's speaking from experience. He's speaking from years of watching people sabotage themselves. He's speaking from years of building something intentionally. He understands that the person you're trying to become doesn't have time for unnecessary negativity, doesn't have space for people who drain your energy, doesn't have bandwidth for drama that doesn't serve your mission. And now he's saying the next logical step in that philosophy: if you're going to disrespect this space, if you're going to bring that energy, don't be surprised when you get blocked. It's not mean, it's not rude. It's strategic, it's self-preservation. It's choosing yourself over everyone else's opinion of what you should tolerate. The internet went absolutely crazy. The Shade Room posted about it. Complex posted about it. Entertainment outlets started speculating about who got blocked. Fans started analyzing his recent interactions. Was it someone from Snowfall? Was it someone from the industry? Was it someone personal? Everyone wanted to know who hurt him. But Damson didn't reveal anything. He didn't say who inspired the post. He didn't confirm whether it was recent. He didn't point fingers. He just made a statement about the practice of blocking people in general, and that's what makes it so powerful. Because it's not about one specific person. It's about a philosophy. It's about a worldview. It's about understanding that protecting your peace is more important than maintaining a connection with someone who doesn't deserve to be there. Some people started connecting dots to the Children of Blood and Bone film set. That's the adaptation of Tomi Adeyemi's novel, where Damson plays Prince Inan. The movie has had some behind-the-scenes tension that's become public. Tomi Adeyemi herself posted a TikTok saying the filming process was the worst thing she'd been through. She claimed she was being antagonized behind the scenes. The movie releases January 17th, 2027. And Damson's casually emphasizing boundaries right now. The timing is interesting, but we don't know for certain. We don't need to know for certain. The message lands regardless, because here's what's actually happening right now in 2026. We're in an era where everyone's online, everyone's connected, everyone's business is public, everyone's got an opinion about everyone else. And we've been sold this narrative that you have to tolerate everything. You have to engage with everyone. You have to see every comment. You have to respond to every message. You have to keep people in your life, even if they're draining your energy. Social media platforms literally built their entire algorithm around maximizing engagement, which means you see the most controversial stuff, the most negative stuff, the stuff designed to upset you. And people have been internalizing this as a requirement, as if not responding to every negative comment means you're weak, as if blocking someone means you can't handle criticism, as if removing toxic people from your space means you're fragile. Most celebrities are terrified of the block button. They're worried about headlines. They're worried about being perceived as rude. They're worried about losing followers or being canceled or having some narrative built around them. Damson doesn't seem to care. And that tells you something about his priorities. He's not trying to accumulate followers. He's trying to build something meaningful. He's got his production company. He's got Idris. He's got film roles lining up. He's got brand partnerships. He doesn't need random people's energy or validation. He needs focus. He needs clarity. He needs boundaries. That's what resonated. That's what landed. Not the fire emoji, not the poof, but the philosophy underneath. The idea that removing negativity isn't something you should feel guilty about. It's something you should feel proud of. It's something you should protect. Think about what Damson has actually done. Started from Peckham, grinded through British television, built a massive career, won major awards, now sits in rooms with Brad Pitt, launched his own production company to help emerging talent, founded a jewelry line, built brand partnerships. All of that requires focus. All of that requires saying no to people who don't deserve to be there. The block button isn't personal for him. It's professional. It's strategic. It's self-care masquerading as a simple digital action. It's understanding that your time is your most valuable resource. It's understanding that who you spend that time with matters. It's understanding that the people in your circle either accelerate your mission or they distract from it. There's no middle ground. This is especially powerful coming from someone who came from Peckham, someone whose childhood was tight, someone who worked his entire life to build what he has. He understands scarcity. He understands that opportunities are real. He understands that having the wrong people around you doesn't just affect your mood, it affects your trajectory, it affects your career, it affects your future. People responded to this because they needed permission. For years, we've been taught that you have to be accessible. You have to be likable. You have to engage with everyone. You have to tolerate negativity because that's just the price of being online. And people internalize this as a requirement, as if removing someone who's draining you means you're mean. As if not engaging with every piece of negativity means you're weak. As if protecting your peace means you're fragile. Damson stripped away all that shame in 4 sentences. Blocking people is so poof. Now you don't exist, lol. He made it light. He made it funny. He made it sound effortless. And people needed that. They needed someone to make it okay. They needed someone to give them permission. They needed someone to say, yeah, this is the right move. We live in an era where everyone's famous and nobody's private, where everyone can reach you and criticism is just a notification away, where the same platform that can launch your career can also destroy it. Damson understands this better than most. He's built a career in the public eye.